There is, I don't know if anybody studied organizational behavior before. In organizational behavior, when you're new on a job, new in a management role, new in a project management role, this is a beautiful example, thank you for bringing it up. When you're turning around a project or you've inherited a project, you have a honeymoon period. Okay, and honeymoon period means everything's good for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They give you a little chance to figure things out. Okay, and so they're not going to point fingers at you. Let's suppose that honeymoon period is 2 weeks in your organization, or 3 weeks. They're not going to officially say, hey, Madassar, you're on your honeymoon. But it'll be something that you will sort of sense. They'll give you a little leeway. Okay? If at the end of that 2 or 3 week period, you have not identified the problems and documented them and explained what you're going to be doing about them. For example, Madassar, you came up with an excellent point. Stakeholders don't understand that there's not enough time. They really have to get to it. If you haven't done that, then after the 2-week honeymoon period, it's your problem. So, very excellent example you brought up, sir. Whenever you inherit a project, remember, look at what you've got, document the issues. You're not pointing at anybody else. You're not trying to get anybody in trouble. You're being very dispassionate and objective. Here are the issues. Can't just stop at that. Here are the issues, and here's what we're going to do about them. Okay? So then if it's an unrealistic schedule, or as Madassar said, stakeholders are not engaged, they don't understand they have that commitment, you document it. Very important. So turning around a project is sometimes got to do with inheritance. Okay?
Yeah, you can document all you want. Deadline's not changing.
Well, now I understand, but remember, realistic, right? You have to step up the plate and say, well, here's the new deadline because of because I did a little bit more due diligence. I exploded our future tasks into 1,000 activities, and it looks like we're not going to be able to meet the deadline. Now, another implication of what Madassar's saying is you could come up with a schedule that says, realistically, it's going to take not 3 months more, but 6 months more. You could show it to your stakeholders, and as Madassar says, I think the implication of what he's saying is they could say, well, I don't care. Just do it in 3 months. Right? If your stakeholders are your customers, your sponsors, and they've looked at the facts and they still say make it happen, then it's your job to try your very best. But in the first instance, your job is to dig out the facts and show them the facts. And sometimes you just have to live with what people come up with. Now remember, did you figure out, Madassar, that word that gentleman used? When the F word, right? Yeah. I mean, he's a little upset, right?
Can't use those words.
Yeah, we can't use it in public. So, but people resist. I have met thousands of people. I've turned around a number of projects, and I'm just going to say it as a metaphor. I have met very few what I would call evil people. Okay, and what that means is most people will listen to reason. Okay. Some people won't. You can't always get what you want.